Yeah, it's likely Kirsche is now aware of the imagery and meaning of the book shared by the retweeted user after a day's worth of discourse, yet Sencho's post remains shared on her Twitter page. I didn't want to give you freaks a win. You guys literally trying to life ruination me. I didn't want to unretweet something to give you guys a victory. Because all you would have done is say, oh, she knew, and now she's unretweeting it to save face. You wouldn't have engaged in good faith. You wouldn't have said, oh, she didn't know. That's fine, we can retract our statements. You wouldn't have done that. Well, it's like, at this point, I'm kind of sick of it. I'm kind of tired of it. I have unretweeted it because I don't want my sponsors to get attacked. I don't want my friends to get attacked because you people have no honor. You have no honor and no morals, and all you do is lie and attack people. And if you can't hurt me, you try to hurt those around me to get me to respond, and it's disgusting behavior. Perhaps it's irrelevant whether Kirsche knew about the political imagery behind Sencho's post. What matters most is how gamer Supps feels on the matter. I wonder why you think that. I wonder why you would say this again in this article. This is not Kirsche's first controversy, and it likely won't be her last. I genuinely don't try to get into controversies. I don't try. It probably won't be my last, but it's not because I try to garner this kind of Which begs the question, is there a line Kirsche and other content creators can cross before a partnership is threatened with the company? Vice has reached out to GamerSupps, Kirsche, and Kaio for comment. I don't know when they reached out to GamerSupps or Kaio, or if they even did. But as far as reaching out to me, they didn't. They reached out to my Mythic manager before the workday started, and less than an hour before they dropped the article. So they're technically correct by reaching out to me, but they did it in a disingenuous and slimy way that even if I wanted to respond, I wouldn't have had time to before they dropped the hit piece. And they did it after I announced that I was going on vacation. And every single one of these people, except for obviously my biggest admirer, has decided, oh, the day that I said I was coming back from vacation, all of them are like, oh, I've posted enough about this. I'm going to disengage. I don't like drama. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Fuck you. Fuck you, you disingenuous pieces of shit. This is all you have going for you, and that's sad. They'll try to fucking dog on me for like, oh, Kirsche's seething so hard, she spent hours on stream talking about this. Yeah, I did spend hours talking about it because you've spent a month trying to cause financial harm to me. And no matter how much you lie, it's going to be obnoxious to deal with, and I don't want to deal with it, and I want to correct the record for the normal people that have brain cells, that aren't going to believe just random people online. I have a community that wants to support me, and if I've done something wrong that would make my community feel bad for being a part of my community, I would want to apologize to them. I am going to make a post on the Twitters. Again, the people lying about me aren't gonna care about this, but hopefully people who do watch my content will care about it. Hopefully people who are bystanders looking in will not believe the lies being told about me. And because I feel bad about the level of backlash that GamerSupps has gotten due to this, and they're in a huge firestorm at the moment that's not even of my doing. But I felt bad that so many people were like trying to attribute things that I said to them as my sponsor, trying to be like, this is a white supremacist company, they're sponsoring these bigots and they won't drop them, like just all these lies, all these slander. And I don't want things that I say to be incorrectly attributed to sponsors that I have. So I've asked GamerSupps if it's okay if they remove my badge from Twitter, because I don't want them to continuously get backlash if people keep lying about me. And maybe if people don't see that badge on my tweets, they won't feel the need to attribute what I say to a company that has nothing to do with what I say. So I'm perfectly fine with that. Why are you guys saying no? Do not I don't see this as a capitulation. I see this as me trying to protect a sponsor that I have. I see this as me trying to protect a sponsor and trying to keep things nice, as it were. I don't need a badge that says I'm partnered with Supps on Twitter, especially if people are going to use that as an avenue to attack them and encourage them to drop me, right? You wouldn't do that. It would make it so much worse for me and others. I don't see how it would make it worse. They'll push more? I don't see how they would push more. I don't, like, this couldn't be taken as a win if I'm the one asking for it. Kind of feels like capitulation. They'll see it as a capitulation and they'll use it against me. I mean, they can do what they want with that. They've done nothing but lie thus far. I know where I stand, and I know what I want to do. I don't think so. They'll assume Supps told me to say it was my idea. I haven't even spoken to them yet. Like, I'm gonna be asking to remove the Twitter badge, but like, I feel like that would be a good sign of like wanting to protect a sponsor that has been good to me up to this point. And I think when you're in a corporate situation, if a sponsor's been good to you, you should also be good to them back. Don't think the smear merchants will lie about you to farm clout. They will. They will. But this is why I'm also going to post it to Twitter. And they're going to make up lies, but everyone here watching has seen what I said. They've seen what I said. They'll treat it as a victory and continue harder? I don't think so. And if they do, we all know they're lying. That's all they have. That's all they have. Should be good to them by tripling down. Don't think it's a good idea. I could see how in a vacuum people would think it's not a good idea, but again, when you have sponsors like this, you do have some kind of responsibility with them. If you want sponsors to be good to you, you have to be good to them in return. And I don't want Supps to be tanking unnecessary slander because people have like a death wish for me. I'm sorry you don't deserve this abuse. I mean, I don't, and I wish it wouldn't happen, but especially as I grow larger, people are going to continue lying, and they're going to continue trying to damage me, both reputationally and financially. I try to take a very principled stance on things, and like I've said, if I feel like I've done wrong by my community or my sponsors, I will apologize specifically to them. And even if some of you might see it as like a woman moment, I do not like that people who hate me and who are slandering me are going after a sponsor of mine, also trying to slander them, trying to rope other content creators into dropping them because they want to lie about what I've said. I don't like that that is happening. You don't see it as necessary, but you support my decision nonetheless. Maybe after a bit, when the heat dies down, they can return the badge. Maybe. Maybe. I have no idea. But it's like, again, I want to be good to my sponsors as they are good to me. And I think this will also make other people who might have been on the fence of wanting to work with me understand that I'm not expecting my sponsors to make any sort of like responses on my behalf. I'm not expecting them to agree with anything I say. I'm not expecting them to tank a ton of slander. I don't want hit pieces to invoke the names of my sponsors, right? Make Supps say no, keep it. I mean, if they agree, like this is something I'm offering, so it's perfectly fine with me. If it were you at Supps, lol, Lamau, your haters are the least of our problems. You could say it would show good faith already if you talk to them about it first. I mean, maybe, but I think anybody who's been in sort of like a business sphere could understand where I'm coming from, because it's more than just like internet shit flinging once people are trying to drag a corporation and their reputation into it. I don't want other Supps creators as well, people who have like codes or merch drops. I don't want them to get pressured to believing lies about me. I don't want them to start saying things about, like, oh, I wish I could drop my partnership, but I'm currently in a contract, so I can't do that. Right? Like, I don't want other content creators to start believing the lies and then start being weird about their sponsors as well. I don't want bad things to happen to people who support me. Woman, do you understand that they will keep lying? They'll keep going after GamerSupps until they drop me. They don't care about your morality, and you will only give them more ammo to do so. Let GamerSupps know about the shit piece and prove how wrong the freak is about you. I mean, again, that's why I'm posting something on Twitter as well that basically recaps everything I've said on stream. You know? The people lying about me aren't going to care. They're going to keep lying about me. They're going to say coping and seething and lying about what I feel because that's all they have. They want to hold on to their ability to ruin people, and that's all they want. Not saying you're wrong, but it will also just embolden those people to attack sponsor connections if they see it's having an effect. I mean, if they decide to attack sponsor connections based off of a personal decision that I made, like, I don't think they're going to get capitulated to, because it's not like they have a leg to stand on. What are they gonna do? This Fox woman had principles and wanted to protect her sponsor, therefore you should drop these other people? Like, they're going to look more unhinged if they do that. One thing that always seems odd is, why did journos expect a sponsor to defend X speech or actions? Why use the word defend? Because they want to scare the companies into dropping the person that they're campaigning against. So if they start attributing, oh, no response means they support this or something like that, a lot of companies will cave in and they'll be like, well, I don't want to be associated with that. But some people understand that these are just slander campaigns. Personal decision was influenced by their smear piece. They see it as a win. I mean, they can see that as a win if they want, but I do not feel like it is a win. It's just, I want to protect people who are good to me. You also gotta respect to GamerSupps, and if they say no, keep the badge, then you double on how great GamerSupps is. I mean, we'll see. I've had nothing but good things to say about GamerSupps up to this point, and once again, if you want to support me, use code Kirsche. You get 10% off your orders at GamerSupps, and you very, very much show the level of support you guys have for me by using that code when you place your orders. So I definitely appreciate that, and once again, we are small but strong. My merch drop got us to 62% of a flavor goal. Actually fucking crazy. Actually fucking crazy, you guys.